Can a spendthrift clause be used in a revocable trust? Have you ever wondered how to protect your assets while still keeping control over them? Today, we will discuss whether a spendthrift clause can be used in a revocable trust. This is an important topic in estate planning and asset protection, especially for those considering offshore asset protection trusts. A spendthrift clause is a provision that helps safeguard trust assets from creditors. It does this by preventing beneficiaries from transferring or assigning their interest in the trust before they receive distributions. This means that while the assets are still in the trust, creditors cannot touch them. Yes, a spendthrift clause can indeed be included in a revocable trust. This is particularly useful for beneficiaries who may struggle with financial management or have creditor issues. The beauty of a revocable trust is that the grantor can modify or revoke it during their lifetime. If circumstances change for the beneficiary, the grantor can adjust the terms, including the spendthrift provisions. However, it is essential to note that because a revocable trust allows the grantor to maintain control, the assets are generally considered part of the grantor's estate for tax purposes. This means that the level of creditor protection is not as strong as with an irrevocable trust that includes a spendthrift clause. The main purpose of a spendthrift clause, whether in a revocable or irrevocable trust, is to protect the beneficiary's interest from creditors while the assets remains in the trust. Creditors cannot claim the trust assets until they are distributed to the beneficiary. Once the beneficiary receives the assets outright, those assets lose their protection from creditors and may be subject to claims. From an elder law and estate planning perspective, using a spendthrift clause in a revocable trust can be a helpful strategy. It allows the grantor to manage and protect assets for beneficiaries while still retaining control. However, for stronger asset protection and potential tax advantages, many people prefer to use an irrevocable trust with a spendthrift clause. In summary, a spendthrift clause can be included in a revocable trust to protect beneficiaries from creditors while the assets remains in the trust. Revocable trusts offer flexibility but provide limited asset protection since the grantor retains control. On the other hand, irrevocable trusts with spendthrift provisions offer stronger protection and tax benefits but are less flexible. Understanding these options can help you make informed decisions about your estate planning and asset protection strategies.